glory is here. Someone's knocking at the door. Someone's knocking at the door. Can you hear him knocking? Can you hear him knocking? He's been knocking for so long. He's been knocking very low. Can you hear him knocking? Can you hear him knocking? It's Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. He's at the door. At the door. Someone's calling out your name. Calling time and time again. Can you hear him calling you? Yeshua is calling you. He's been calling for so long. He's been calling very long. Can you hear him calling? Jesus is calling you. At the door. Oh, it's Jesus, Jesus, my Jesus, and he's at the door. Don't let him walk away. Don't let him. So patient, but don't take a chance. All you need to do is open the door of your heart right now. Let him take his rightful place so he can change your world. Open up the door. Open up the door. Open up the door. Open up the door. You are wonderful. You are you. You are you. You are glorious. You are you. You are you. You are faithful. Lord. You are you. You are you. You are good. You are you. You are you. You are wonderful.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with pleasure that I welcome you to the 47th annual general meeting of your great company, TotalEnergies Marketing Nigeria Plc. The company secretary has confirmed that there is a quorum formed. I now declare the meeting open. As safety is a value for TotalEnergies, before we proceed, I will call on the Civic Center to give the safety briefing. Mr. Gift, please.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to the Civic Center. You're on the second floor, banquet hall. My name is Gift Ejikeme. So we have 5 exit points. 1, 2, 3 behind you. 1, 4, and 5. So when you hear the sound of the emergency alarm system, or I personally walking here to ask you to vacate the hall, please feel free. Do not panic. Do not rush. Don't push anyone. Just stand on your feet, walk fast through any of the 5 exit points. So when you go through the exit points, you find the elevators and the staircases. Please avoid the elevator. Avoid it at that moment. Make use of the stairs. So as you're descending the stairs, the handrails are meant to maintain your balance so you will not trip on the stairs. So you hold on the handrails and walk fast down to the ground floor. When you get to the ground floor, you turn left. Left will take you straight to our master point, fire assembly point. You wait there. Wait there. Do not return to the building until you're asked to do so. Now, if by any means you find yourself trapped in the elevator, there's a yellow button. Just press on it and somebody will come and rescue you. Now, we have the convenience, that is toilets on the first floor and ground floor and outside of the building. So when you're leaving, please, I advise you use the stairs, because sitting down for a very long time under the AC, you might get cold. So when you use the stairs to warm up your body, and come back using the stairs as well. So please, I want to part with this. If you notice any unsafe behavior or activity, please, the security guards are around. Call anyone in sight. Please, don't forget. Then, please, if you don't have this on your phone, it's very important. You have the emergency numbers. Please, 767 and 112. Very important to have them. They work. We've tried them several times. Thank you, and enjoy your day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gift, from Civic Center. I now call on Said Gbadamosi of TotalEnergies Marketing Nigeria PLC to give the safety moment. Said?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning,
Chairman, Mr. John Phillips Torres, the Board of Directors, the Managing Directors, TotalEnergies Marketing Nigeria PLC, Dr. Sambase, and the Executive Committee members, our honorable shareholders, our partners, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The Lagos State government has begun installing speed limit signages and cameras within the metropolis to enhance road safety and reduce accidents. The speed limit vary by location based on the design and the studies that are usually carried out, such as 80 km/h on the famous Third Mainland Bridge, and there are fines for non-compliance. For us in TotalEnergies, we have our road safety culture in place, and we urge you, our partners, to join us. However, it is important to state this, that compliance should prioritize majorly on the sake for safety and not just to avoid penalties. This is because safety is a shared responsibility that benefits every one of us, and that's why in TotalEnergies we say, safety for me, for you, and for all. I would like you to move around Lagos and every other place you might find yourself, looking out for these speed limit signages and let compliance begin. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Said. Well done. Safety for me, for you, for all. You do it with me? Safety for me, for you, for all. Thank you very much. Well done. So, there are 9 items on the agenda for this meeting, requiring several resolutions, and you will be asked to consider each resolution. For the purpose that everyone present is able to hear all what is said here today, a roving microphone and amplifying equipment is being used, as you can see. For the smooth conduct of the meeting, may I request that any member who wishes to speak should signify by raising his or her admission card in his or her hand. One of the officials will give the microphone to the member. On receiving the microphone, the member should please state his or her name before speaking. Also, in order to facilitate the counting of the votes, would you please raise your admission card when you vote? Thank you very much for that in advance. I now introduce the directors and company secretary, starting from my far right-hand side. We have Mr. Sébastien Barillet. Tu te lèves? Miss Tejiro Ibru. You're right, you're right. Next to her is Mr. Emmanuel Moranfer. And next to him, your MD, Dr. Sambasei. From my immediate left is Mr. Mark Manock, the company secretary. Next to him is, you know, she's always the one for who you clapped more, so you have to. So the next to him is Mrs. Bunmi Popola Mordi. Actually, she's the star, yeah? Yeah. Seated next to her is Mr. Mathieu Go. You have to do a bit more for him because otherwise he will be jealous, huh? And you know, it's his first time in Nigeria, so you need to, you know, motivate him a bit. And next to him, we have Engineer Rufai Sirajo. We have also online Prince Dr. Jeff Namani. I also introduce members of the company's executive committee. We have Mrs. Veruche Nwagbara, GM Commercial. Mr. Bolaji Fajimi, GM Lubricants. Mr. Rabiu Abdul Mutalib, GM Operations. Mr. Abdullah Umar, GM Retail and Cards. And Mr. Omotoyo Hassan, the Renewable Explorer. We also have with us Mr. Charles Atiomo, SA to the MD. Engineer Muhyiddin Nuruddin, GM HSEQ. And Mrs. Adesua Adewole, GM CS. To my left, I have Mr. Pedro and Mrs. Evelyn Ola Ajayi, representing the external auditors, PricewaterhouseCoopers. And to my right, we have also with us Chief Adesian, Chairman of the Statutory Audit Committee. And other shareholder members of the Statutory Audit Committee in the persons of Mr. Chiwendu Achara and Mr. Akanji Taiwo. On my far left, we have the Registrar Raymond Akokota of Cardinal Stone Register Limited, the Nigerian Exchange Limited, represented by Mr. Goodstime Iwenekai. I'm not too sure. Sorry, sir. The Securities and Exchange Commission, represented by Mr. Abu Ibrahim. And Barrister Husseina Gobir, representing the Corporate Affairs Commission. And I am Jean-Philippe Torres, your chairman. Thank you very much. It's not bad, but it's less than her. Good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was almost jealous, but actually it's okay. Thank you very much. No, I'm very serious, very, very appreciated. Thank you very much. So let's start. In compliance with Section 301 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, I have the registers of directors here for anyone who may wish to inspect it. Also, you will find a disclosure on page 24 of the annual report, the records of directors' attendance at the board meetings held in the preceding year is available for the members' inspection at the meeting. And before we proceed to the business on the agenda, I will call on the Investor Relations Manager to read the notice of the meeting. Please, Irem. You can also clap for her. It's very impressive. It's very impressive to stand in front of you. So we have to clap for her as well.
Good morning, our esteemed shareholders, the chairman, board of directors, management and staff of TotalEnergies Marketing Nigeria PLC, our energetic audit committee members, our supportive regulators here present, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Notice of annual general meeting. Notice is hereby given that the 47th annual general meeting of TotalEnergies Marketing Nigeria PLC will hold at the banquet hall, the Civic Center, Ozumba Mbadewe Street, Victoria Island, Lagos, on Friday, the 16th day of May, 2025. At 10:30 a.m. to transact the following. Ordinary business. 1, to lay before members for approval the financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2024 and receive the reports of the directors, auditors, and statutory audit committee thereon. 2, to declare a final dividend. 3, to re-elect directors. 4, to appoint directors. 5, to disclose the remuneration of managers of the company. 6, to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the external auditors. And 7, to elect members of the Statutory Audit Committee. Special business. 1, to fix the remuneration of the non-executive directors. And 2, to renew general mandate for related party transactions. At this point, I crave the indulgence of our diligent shareholders to take the notes as read. By order of the board, Stephanie Agamoyi, on behalf of Mr. Mark N. Manok, FROC/2024/PRO/MBA/002/552036, Company Secretary, dated this 28th day of March 2025. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. Well done. So, about the chairman's statement, my statement has already... I think this thing doesn't work. So, thank you very much, Stephanie. Well done. So, about my statement, I think the chairman's statement has already been circulated to you with your kind permission. I would like to take it as read. Thank you very much. The report of the directors has been circulated. We shall take it as read. Thank you. Now I call on auditors to read their report. PwC, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the High Table, and shareholders. My name is Pedro Monto, my partner at PricewaterhouseCoopers, representing Mr. Siri Azobo, who is the audit partner. Our reports are on pages 34 to 37. There are two reports. There's the report on the financial statements, and then there's a report on the internal controls, which is on pages 38 and 39. If you permit me, Mr. Chairman, sir, I'll just take the first paragraph and the last paragraph of the first report, sir. In our opinion, the TotalEnergies Marketing Nigeria PLC, the company, financial statements, give a true and fair view of the financial position of the company as at 31 December 2024 and of its financial performance and its cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with the International Financial Reporting Standards as issued by the International Accounting Standards Board, IFRS Accounting Standards, and the requirements of the Companies and Allied Matters Act and the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Amendment Act 2023. What have we audited? TotalEnergies Marketing Nigeria PLC's financial statement comprise, number one, the statement of financial position as at 31 December 2024, the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income for the year then ended, the statement of changes in equity for the year then ended, the statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and the notes to the financial statements, which include a summary of material accounting policies. The last paragraph of that report is report on other legal and regulatory requirements. The Companies and Allied Matters Act required that in carrying out our audit, we consider and report to you on the following matters. We confirm that, one, we have obtained all the information and explanations which to the best of our knowledge and believe were necessary for the purposes of our audit. Number two, the company has kept proper books of accounts and as far as appears from our examination of those books. Number three, the company's statement of financial position and statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of accounts and returns. In accordance with the requirements of the Financial Reporting Council, we performed a limited assurance engagement and reported on management assessments of TotalEnergies Marketing Nigeria PLC's internal controls over financial reporting as of 31 December 2024. The work performed was done in accordance with the FRC guidance on assurance engagement report on internal controls over financial reporting issued by the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, and we have issued an unqualified opinion in our report dated 4 April 2025. This is signed by Cyril Azobo on behalf of PricewaterhouseCoopers. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, PwC. Sir, in accordance with Section 404, subsection 4 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, the Statutory Audit Committee carried out its duties as required on the accounts for the period ended 31st December 2024. I now call on the Chairman of the Statutory Audit Committee, Chief Timothy Adesiyan, to read the committee's report. Please, Chief.
Thank you very much, the Chairman. Please go with me to page 32 of the financial report in your hands. I want to read the Audit Committee report as contained there. Good morning, all, and welcome to the 47th AGM of TotalEnergies and Marketing Nigeria PLC. I salute the Chairman, Mr. Jane Philip Torres, and the eminent and distinguished erudite members of the Board of Directors of Total Marketing Company, TotalEnergies and Marketing Company. I am Chief Timothy Adesiyan, the Chairman of the Statutory Audit Committee of your company. I read thus on page 32. Report of the Statutory Audit Committee in compliance with Section 404, subsection 7 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, 2020, we confirm that we have 1, or A, reviewed the scope and planning of the audit requirements. B, reviewed the external auditor's management report for the year ended 31st December 2024, and as well as its management, as well as the management responses thereon. And C, ascertained that the accounting and reporting policies of the company for the year ended 31st December 2024 are in accordance with legal requirements and agreed ethical practices. In our opinion, the internal control and internal audit functions are operating effectively, and the scope and planning of the audit for the year ended 31st December 2024 were adequate, and management's responses to the auditor's findings are satisfactory. In addition, the scope, planning, and reporting of these financial statements is compliant with the requirements of the International Financial Reporting Standards as adopted by the company. Dated the 26th day of March 2025 and signed by me, Chief Timothy A. Adesiyan, Chairman, FRC/2013/PRO/audit.com/002 0 to 7th power 3745. The other members of the audit committee are, as I will be calling, and I will advise that you all stand up as I call your name. 1, Mr. Chiwendu Achara. Mr. Kashimawo Taiwo Akanji. Mr. Ibru. Engineer Sirajo. The company secretary served as our secretary at all our meetings. I cannot but appreciate the regular and erudite intervention of Mrs. Bome Kokwola Mondi, erudite ED, at all our meetings. And I would like the members to please appreciate Mrs. Bome Kokwola Mondi on our behalf by a hand of applause. Thank you. Thank you. God bless us all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chief Adesian. Thank you very much for the reading of the report, and thank you very much to yourself and to all the members of the committee, of the audit committee, for the excellent work done during the course of last year and in the previous time. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Your work is very, very valuable for the company and for the shareholders. Thank you very much. The first item on the agenda is to lay before the members in general meeting the financial statement for the year ending 31st December 2024, report for the directors, auditors, and audit committee thereon, as are contained in the 2024 annual report, copies of which have been made available to you at this meeting. You now have the opportunity to ask questions relating to the reports and financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2024, together with the report of the auditors thereon, which are now before the meeting. Let's go. So, Chief Sonny Nwosu, please, your question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, my good friend. I have no much question, but I have comments to make. You permit me to do that while sitting down. Thank you. My name is Sir Sonny Nwosu. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you very much for your services. We are very pleased with the services you have rendered to us. 40 Naira, thank you very much, and thank you, management, for providing this grant. I also want to further thank you that you are not earning any remuneration in the company, and yet you are serving selflessly. Thank you very much. Although I had a chat with you yesterday night when you refused to dance, and somebody by your side is bearing Sheye and Samba. Samba to me means dancing, but he ran away. So I don't know why he should be bearing Brazilian Samba and he's not dancing. So he will have to give us the excuse and why he doesn't want to dance yesterday. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We want to congratulate the company for being available in the last 100 years. And we hope that the next century will be a successful one. Mr. Chairman, we want to find out from this company why since 2004 or 2004, they have not paid any bonus to shareholders. it's very important. That is what we as shareholders enjoy. And it should be something that continuously, if you look at the history of the company, since June 2024, they have not paid, 2004, they have not paid any dividend. And they cannot give, any bonus. They cannot give excuse that they don't have the money to further capitalize the company. But what is the reason why you don't want to do that? You have done everything to make us happy, but that you have refused to do. We don't know why. We need an explanation as to why you don't want to do that, Mr. Chairman. So we also want to appeal to you that the stoppage of interim dividend will have to be relooked at so that we can, because in Christmas, things are very expensive. It is part of the interim dividend and other dividends from other companies that help the poor shareholders to enjoy Christmas. So please look into it and see how good you will do that for us. What else? Mr. Chairman, I looked into a page of this annual report, discovered that most of those you are doing business with, you patronize them in whatever they are doing. But one that you do business with, who is also in the marketing of what you need, you have not patronized that one. But I can tell you that off the mic later. Mr. Chair, you have not told us why Naman is not here. I would like to know why he's not here. Because he's somebody we have been interacting for a very long time. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you for the opportunity because these days, my doctor said I should not talk too much. You know, in the past, I talked too much. So I have to oblige the advice. Thank you very much. And I wish you safe journey when you are going back to France.
First of all, I'd like to say good morning all. Mr. Chairman, good morning. Board of Directors, regulators present, my able shareholders. My name is Jibuno Godfrey Uche. I am the National Youth Leader, Shareholders Association of Nigeria, and National Coordinator, Youth Alliance Shareholders Association. Now, Mr. Chairman, first of all, good morning. I would like to, first of all, like to commend you on the 40 Naira dividends that you are giving us. Those things are very important to shareholders, Mr. Chairman. Most of us here, we invest in the company, and that money will go a long way in this country of Nigeria. And also, again, I would like to kind of congratulate my friend, Mr. Matthew Gott, yes, for coming in, yes, and joining us in this company. You are welcome, and I know your financial knowledge will push us forward and take us to the heights of TotalEnergies. Sir, you're very welcome. Mr. Chairman, I know we did CSR. Yes, that's very good, and I'm very pleased that we touched most of all the things of CSR. I know we touched about education, we touched health, we touched orphanages, empowerment, all the areas. Mr. Chairman, I say kudos to you all. I know that as we give, those people, their prayers will help push our company forward. Also, Mr. Chairman, I would like to also commend you on the construction going on at the K2 Alakpere station. Yes, that's very good. That's a good one. I drove past that place and I saw the marvelous work of Total. And I said, yes, our board is a listening board and I know they will go places. Also commending you on the turnover. We did what we call 64%. That's very, very good also, you know, from the one we did last year. I say good work, and like I said, the sky is your limit. I also noticed that we did what we call board meetings. Yes, the minimum of board meetings were 4. And I'm always concerned about board meetings because it's when meetings like that are held, people come together to throw ideas, information, and things on how to move the company forward. Also, I noticed that the audit committees that are representing us, the shareholders, they had 6 audit committee meetings. That's a good one also. Most companies, the minimum is 4. But since you are able to do 6, Mr. Chairman, I praise you all for that. And also, Mr. Chairman, I would like to commend the company secretary, Mr. Mark Mannock. He has always been there, especially Mrs. Modi also. Anytime I call them, they always answer me, give me information which I take to my constituents. I give them kudos, and I say, sir, more grease to your elbow. And also, Mr. Chairman, last but not least, this is for Mr. Bolaji, the GM of our lubricants. Now, Mr. Chairman, we have good products, quality products, but what do we do so that people don't, pirate them? People don't, adulterate them. Because sometimes some people can be funny. They might use, the container, but the quality is not the same. What are we doing to maintain that quality? Some people, what they do is they have what we call a customer care line that they put. So people confirm and know that they're having good products. What are we doing to, fighting, people that are pirating, our products? And last but not least, Mr. Chairman, I would like to commend the company for the role that they are playing in this country, Nigeria. I know Nigeria is a very difficult country to work with our government policies, our light and our bad roads. Yes, Mr. Chairman, but I would like to say, Mr. Chairman, I would like us to start looking at other sources of energy. Why am I saying so? Yes. Our gas, I want us to improve on our gas. Most of our trucks, I know some of them run on diesel. If we can use gas, gas is cheaper. If we can do more gas, we can get more money, and that will be a very good one for us. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for giving me this opportunity. My name is still Jibuno Godfrey Uche, National Leader, Shell Association of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A question?
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The name is Evangelist Dr. Antonio Moniya Mojola, a shareholder. I'm glad to be here, and I'm also glad to see the company performance. It gladdens my heart seeing the page 7, I think. This results at a glance. 64% increments in revenue is great. And profit before tax, 40% is greater. And probably the greatest among all the indices that have gone up there. I say kudos to the board, management, and staff of our companies. And the fact that you are giving us 40 Naira dividend is also a welcome development, and we pray that our company to continue to move forward as we go on. I don't have much to say, but looking at pages 64 and 65, my comments that when you look at our administrative expenses, they are on the high side. I'm sure you are managing these expenses very well, but notwithstanding, where we also have sometimes 200%, 300% leave, we must observe and note them so that you also go back the drawing board and see what you can do to improve on them. Because the bottom line is that if these expenses are lower, the profits becomes higher. I'm talking of maintenance expenses. I'm talking of the business promotion and publicity. I'm talking about fees paid to professional consultants that are helping us in one way or the other. That one leap from 3.1 billion to 8.4. That's very huge. We are talking of 5.3 billion increase. We need to watch it. Insurance is a welcome development. Yes, you need to insure all our tangible assets. That has gone up. I want you also to cover up others, if there are still some that were left out. And in engineering studies too, engineering, yes, studies, that figure too has gone up. So I'm not surprised when we have the professional consultant collecting 8.4 as against 3.1. We pay so much to them there. So let's look at it very well. The tax consultant that has done much, that has not altered our tax payment because we have fixed percentage we have to pay. So if they can collect that much and it doesn't alter our tax position, why are we paying them? Yes, professionals, let them do their job, but the expenses should not be too outrageous. Finally, I look at our value-added page. Of course, I always pay attention to value-added page in any company. And I found out that we still maintain the status quo, which means our performance is up and very good. So I pray that coming year, we should be able to do more. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mojola. Maybe a last question, and I will answer, and we will do a second batch later. Please, sir. I will go there after.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Evangelist Akinola Suarez, members of Independent Shareholders Association of Nigeria. Yeah, firstly, Mr. Chairman, I must appreciate that you have gone for practical training in moderating and coordinating shareholders in Nigeria, because I could see your actions. You are very active in telling us what to do and how to do it. I give kudos to you that you've been well tutored on that line. Then I must go to my questions and comments. Practically, looking at the outstations of Total now, is very good and excellent. But how are you controlling the machines? Because short-changing customers are easily done in outlet stations. And it has happened to me at your Orile station, and also Oshodi, Antony sections. They have short-changed me in tanks. When I buy fuel there, looking at, even at Orile, even they are flood there, so they show even water along the fuel. So I think we should do all our best to get it done so that everything there, they don't short-change customers and everything goes on fine. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, I talk of what my guy said about the bonuses. I want to emphasize that looking at page 41, we have a retained earning of almost 74.9 billion. And we have an equity capital of almost 169. And 2004 to 9, we have not done anything concerning that. But when we consider page 82 in our report, we have covered the financial risk, okay, the marketing risk, okay, the interest risk, okay. Then why are we not giving bonuses to us? You see, we are afraid of one thing. Let me tell you the truth. We are afraid of one thing that we have experienced presently in under oil company. They delisted and paid us off. If such didn't happen in Total, you'll be left with the old thing and looking at your share capital, looking at your share price now, it's so high and getting higher too. So it is not affordable for us, to increase through the market rather than bonuses. So bonuses is very efficient for us.
Thank you.
So when we have this, why don't we give the bonuses around there? So, Mr. Chairman, further on that, I thank you for your cave, which you have the pictures on the last page there. The cave that have been constructed in your stations is good. So person can relax there and buy the fuel. Sufficiently, you should have your cave in all your stations, outlets, and that's very fair. Lastly, Mr. Chairman, I go to page 68 on your retirement benefits. I look at the retirement benefits outlined there, and I found that there's nothing on the lifeline there. It is on the limited period. Anybody that retired at 60, we have only about 6 years medical or 9 years medical. But the person can live to 80, 90. So, yes, a person that retired at 60 can still live 90 years. So, why don't you make the medical a lifeline for him so that at the end, if you enjoy it at his retirement? Thank you so much, and thank you for giving me this period.
Thank you very much. What I propose is I will answer this first batch of questions, and we will do a second one. So the first question, yeah. What? Sorry? Okay, please go ahead, Mr. Awo. Please go ahead. No problem. The mic? Where's the mic? I wanted to have this meeting a bit more interactive, but no problem. We can take all the questions, and then I will do my answers. I will make my answers.
Thank you, Chairman. One of the reasons why I also wanted you to take all the questions is that we can be faster in our process rather than coming, because I'm sure in a couple of minutes now, some of our Muslim brothers will be heading to the mosques. For the records, my name's Nona Awo. I will be brief. However, I also will touch very essential areas that have not been mentioned by my colleagues. I also want to join in recognizing the fact that Total is a 100-year-old man. Oh, younger. Okay. Oh, young man. Okay. May the soul of my friend, old man and young man, continue to rest in peace. You will not understand that because you don't live in Nigeria, but it's something that you can come for lectures later. But if you look at our results in several pages, one of the things that is obvious is that our revenue went up. But I would have been interested in what is the contribution of price change in that figure. Because everybody is saying, you've done well, you've done well. Yes, you've done well. But for next year, we are going to be comparing price change versus price change. You may then begin to hear you haven't done well. So let's remove you haven't done well next year, today. That's the first observation. So what is the percentage, or what is the contribution of price change? What is the contribution of volume change? That, I think, is a better way to understand the business that you have done in 2024. The second major area that is of concern for me, and I say concern, if you look at page 93, and you look at the value added, only 8% of the very good results that we have had so far is coming to investors, including yourself, the foreign investors, as dividend. And I begin to ask myself, yes, it may look equal, but as I go along, you begin to understand where the disparity is coming from. I also, however, think that on page 69, or 64 and 90, I find the payback or the giving back to us part of the technical agreement that accumulated over the years. But if you then look at page 90, you are not going to find anything that is stated as to what the new technical agreement fee is. Yes, I know I did raise that last year, so I was expecting that there will have been a change, and if there is a change, that will have been reflected in the account. Again, for better understanding of your activity. I will take a couple of future positions in this account. On page 86, unclaimed dividend, 2.4 billion. And I can assure you that the unclaimed dividend that is there is largely Nigerians' money. Minority shareholders who haven't claimed their dividend over the years. So I will be asking, using the office of the company secretary. Interestingly, they asked somebody to do part of your work today. I hope you won't be held to pay part of your salary to the person who read the agenda. But that's a matter for another day. You need to work with the registrar. This figure needs to come down. Because the unfortunate thing is that before now, the money will have come to the company. But given the arrangement now, the money is going to government. So it's additional tax. And this tax, in terms of burden, will now get higher for Nigerian investors. So you must do something around it. And I say this because the registrar is an extension of your office as the company secretary. And if you need to also set up a team within your own secretariat as to how to bring down these figures, we can't continue to have figures where Nigerians who have invested are not getting their money. Yes, I know the answer you are going to give. They've changed addresses. When they've changed addresses, so if we really want to find them, we will find them. And that is the responsibility that will be given to the company secretariat through the board. I am interested in the future, like I said earlier, and that's why I started with the owners of the business, who are minority in terms of unclaimed. But if you also look at page 73 of this report, new assets worth 7.2 billion, but only 1.2 is coming in for growth and growth related for tomorrow. And I'm asking myself, what else, or what is the policy in place as to how to make sure that tomorrow of this company is something that we'll continue to hold on to? Because I also know that you're highly regulated. So it's important that you begin to look at what other options, other than what we're doing, can help to sustain us tomorrow. I talked about the dividend relative to the minority earlier. If you look at page 93 and page 63, what you are going to find in terms of interest cost, you'll be amazed that 26 billion out of the 27 billion profit after tax basically went to interest payments to our foreign partner. We made a profit after tax of 27 billion. What we paid in tax that went to our foreign partner is 26 billion. And the whole of this account, you haven't mentioned what the rates of interest that we'll pay for borrowing from our parent company. And I don't think that is a fair way to present these results. And I'm saying this because these results, or this account in the manner in which you have presented them year after year, is highly inadequate for the business and the level of development of our capital market. So we'll be hoping that going forward, this result will be much more detailed. The whole of this account, nothing is mentioned as to who, because yes, you've read your report. The report has been approved. But who ran this business? The CEO. Even if he went on maternity leave, his assignment is to run this business 365 days. By the way, like you've already have noticed, the office of the MD and the office of the chairman are separate. And if they are separate, you should give your report card as to what you have done. It is not in France where the chairman is the CEO. No, that is not the case in Nigeria. So if you really have come to Nigeria, you should be Nigerian in total as to what you do. This is the last time that you will not have an MD statement stating the major areas as to what they have done. You listed GMs? Who says the finance director or head of finance, GM finance, will not give a report in this account? Who says? So please, going forward, this report needs to be much more detailed for people who want to read them. Because investment is about knowing the numbers. It is not all coming here to tell you have done well. It's knowing the numbers for tomorrow, not for yesterday. Let me also say this with due respect. For the future, sustainability reports. Nothing here. Nothing. Sustainability report. Nothing. It is not about donation. It is beyond donation. Huh? Mr. Chairman, we also have a board. And this board does not have a minority representation. No minority representation. I know you are going to point to the Nigerians who sit on the board, but in your heart, you know that Nnamani, for instance, is an ex-staff. Okay? So he was transiting. So it is one leg here, one leg here. It is important that if you think that this business belongs to all of us, haven't spent 100 years in this business, that minority should have a presence here. Please, going forward, you must also state people who are on the board and who they represent. Because there's so much that we are not saying as far as this company is concerned. And like I said, information is the investment that we have put our money in. Mr. Chairman, let me close on the notes of what I find that I also think that we need to look at. I'm told that you have done well with 40 naira. But the earnings is 80 naira. You haven't given bonus. You have a reserve that is almost 300 times the paid up. I don't think you are being fair to minorities. With due respect, you're not being fair to minorities. And in some of the West African countries, they will have taken you up far beyond what you are seeing here. But we don't want to get to a point where we are doing the opposite of what you are used to seeing. Because if you remember last year, talking about matters arising, I mentioned that in the whole of the life of Total in Nigeria, you have not had the courage of appointing one Nigerian as MD of this company. Sheyi cannot, they won't do that in his own country, with due respect. They won't do it in his country. Because you think that, oh, Nigerians is not French speaking, it's not a French colony, so no Nigerian can become MD. No. Literally, all of the young GMs that you've mentioned and people below them are not French-speaking. They are making contribution to the money that you take to France in helping the France economy. Why must you be different here? Why must you be different here? Chairman, if you want to hear the truth is that TotalEnergies is anti-Nigerian. That's the truth of the matter. Because, just be patient. I don't talk, I'm not frivolous in my talk. I am very detailed.
Mr.
One minute.
People want to ask questions.
One minute. It is important that you don't allow the other side of emotions to run. Because if it begins to run, you will not even come here. You won't come to Nigeria for AGMs if you allow it. So be patient. Don't behave like that man who says, oh, speak all the statistics. My mind is made up. If your mind is made up, they will break you. And that becomes difficult. And that is what psychologists have said. That's what sociologists have said. Don't allow a situation where it's become, oh, because his mind is break up. When you break him, his mind will disappear. And then he will do the right thing. It is important you begin to learn to do the right thing now. You cannot be 100 years old as a parent company. You have done AGM 47 years in Nigeria, and you don't think Nigerians should run this business. No. And one of the things I'll be asking of you is that you must tell us today. If you not tell us today, by the time your interim dividend is coming, you are telling us progress that you are going to make in the next couple of years as to how to bring a Nigerian to becoming MD of this company. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
So, I will answer these questions. Unfortunately, we will take less questions because the questions were quite long. So, about the first question of Chief Sunny. So about and other members ask the same question about the bonus share and the interim dividend. So we take good note, and we are looking into it for next time. About the company we patronized, we will review the list with Mrs. Pipola Mordi, and we will see what could be done. About the attendance of Prince Dr. Jeff Namani, is with us, is online. Unfortunately, for personal reasons, he could not be here, but is online, is here. About the question about counterfeiting of Mr. Chebeno, actually, you're right. It's a very important topic for us because, as you know, I'm sure you always read very carefully the report, and you see how lubricants are important for the profitability of your company. And the management did and is doing a lot of things to try to reduce the counterfeiting in the country. It's a major challenge. There is a lot to do. In the past, we tried to use barcode in order to check whether the packaging are genuine ones. It worked a lot, but every time the customer had to do an action in order to check. So it was a bit of a problem, but we did it. Now we have even improved the system because there is a QR code on the packaging in order for the customer to flash the QR code and to see immediately whether the lubricant is genuine or not. So this is what we are doing. Obviously, we work with the police. As soon as we see something which is not correct or a bad behavior or people doing counterfeiting, in order to be clear, obviously we work with them. What we did also 2 years ago is to change the packaging, even the color of the packaging, in order for the counterfeiter to be in a difficult situation, to have to review everything. So we are trying to do many things. Unfortunately, it's not that easy, but it's a major challenge, and we are working on it. About other sources of energies, as you all know, Total became TotalEnergies a few years ago in order to embed it in the name of the company that we not only sell fuel, but all the possible energies. So if there is a market in the future here in other energies, for example, compressed natural energies, gas, we will work on that, and we will obviously be very keen to do it, as long as safety is, as you know, safety is a value for us. Safety is really under control in this business, but it's something we can obviously work on. About the questions of Mr. Omojola about the costs. You know even better than me that last year the inflation was at, I think, 35%. The Naira depreciated from 630 something to 100, 500. The financial costs in this country were at more or less 20% at the beginning of the year and 30% at the end of the year. So all this obviously generated a big increase in the cost of the company. But nevertheless, on the contrary, I had personally commended the management and the staff of the company for the very good control of the costs, I think, because the evolution of the cost is, according to what I said before about inflation, about depreciation of the Naira, actually is a quite good performance. You're right, some costs increased more than inflation. I'm talking about maintenance, but someone asked what we do in order to make sure that the assets of the company are properly maintained and ready for the future. So yes, in maintenance, we decided together with the board, with the management team, to spend a bit more money than in the past in order to make sure that the assets of the company, the service stations, the lubricant plants and the depots are are really state of the art in order to make sure that we render the best service to our customers, and we sell them the best products. In terms of publicity, yes, we decided also to be a bit more active, and this is the reason we decided to spend a bit more money in publicity. About insurance, you know better than me that the regulation changed last year, and it had an impact on our costs. With my word, I understood that the prudential ratio of the insurance company have increased, and this had an impact on their profitability, and obviously they recharged us. And yes, the tax paid by your company increased last year, but the tax increased because the profit before tax increased as well. And it's a very minor thing if you compare 2024 with 2023. In 23, we had some credit note on withholding tax, which reduced our taxes at the taxes paid at that time. Then about the question of the interesting questions of Mr. Nano Ao, and about the fact that there's no, first of all, this one, that we are anti-Nigerian, if I remember well, and that we have no Nigerian MD in this company. It's right. The MD is not French. The MD comes from Senegal. His predecessor came from Guinea-Conakry. But you mustn't forget one thing. You mustn't forget one thing. Do you know how many Nigerian expatriates from TotalEnergies Marketing Nigeria we have? I'm talking about Nigeria. Hold on. So today in your company, you have 4 expatriates. There are 8 Nigerian expatriated in other countries. Number one, last year you asked the same question about the Nigerian MD. I told you that there is a company in TotalEnergies downstream in Africa which is even bigger than Nigeria. Actually, it's the biggest one. The second biggest one is Nigeria. You know what is the nationality of the biggest affiliate of Total in the downstream sector in Nigeria, in Africa? The MD of TotalEnergies Marketing South Africa is a Nigerian. Is Mr. Goke Aluko, who was in the past here present with us. He was the operation manager of this company, and even before the HR manager. The biggest affiliate of TotalEnergies in Africa in the downstream sector is run by a Nigerian. Maybe you know, I'm sure you don't know, I think you don't know, but the MD of Total, the MD of TotalEnergies Marketing Ghana, which is also a very big affiliate of TotalEnergies, very big one, in a very complicated environment as well, is a Nigerian. He was in the past the commercial manager of GM of this company, and he does, by the way, an excellent work in Ghana. You know better. You know also that the MD of TotalEnergies Marketing Malawi is a Nigerian lady. A Nigerian lady. She was in the past a member of this company, a staff of this company. She was in charge of finance here. And we have in Paris plenty of Nigerian colleagues, and we are very happy to have them. It's good for us, and it's good also for them, because we work together, we know each other better. So I think it was important to clarify a few things. about the dividend, maybe, no, first of all, the contribution of price change. Actually, you're right, last year in October, there was the removal of the subsidy. So it has a huge impact on the market. The price went up. The price was at 600 naira per liter of the price of PMS. Before that, it is 1,000 or almost 1,000 after that. And it has a huge impact. But unfortunately, not the impact you are expecting or you were thinking about. It has not improved our margin at all. At all. The impact it had was on the working capital. Because before we had to finance 1 liter with 600 naira per liter when we buy. Now we have to finance on with a higher value. So the working capital has increased a lot of your company. And this is the reason I can answer to another question, which was about the interest paid to the banks. And by the way, we don't pay any interest abroad. Huh? All the financing we have is here in Nigeria. But yes, we had to finance the business, your business, with more resources coming from the banks, and this had a negative impact. As I said, the working capital requirement was higher, and as I said before, the interest rates, which were more or less 20%, are now 30%. So it has a very, very negative impact on our books, on our P&L. Then you talked about technical assistance. You were asking whether the technical assistance has changed. The technical assistance rendered by TotalEnergies has not changed at all. The level of services is exactly the same. But the decision was made to reduce the price. And you remember, I'm sure, that last year you asked a question about that, saying that it was expensive. So we did our homework, and we did this in order to make sure that the profitability of the company continued to be at the right level in spite of the very, very challenging environment we have here in Nigeria. We had here in Nigeria last year. So maybe I misunderstood you. I misunderstood you about the dividend, but you said something like 8% dividend. Maybe you calculated the ratio on the added value, but unfortunately the added value is not what you have in the cash of your company, because after all that we have to pay many things. If you calculate the ratio between the dividend paid and the profit before tax, it's something like 50%. So actually, we allocate 50% of the profit before tax to the shareholders, and the rest is to run the company, and mainly to. And it's a way for me to. It's an opportunity for me to answer another question, to have capex, capital expenditure, in order to make sure that our stations, our depots, our lubricant plants are well maintained. What else? Sustainability report. You spoke about sustainability report. Actually, there is a sustainability report prepared by the team, but it's not in this document. It's a separate document which is available for everybody. And it's like this everywhere. We have two documents, and this is what we do in this country. So I think I answered most of the questions. Maybe we can take two other questions, and then we will. I told you, I take good note of this, and we will work into it for next year. Sir.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Obina Peter Onuwa. I am Obina Peter Onuwa. Good morning to you all. It's been an interesting meeting, and I must commend Total for the nice report. We made a lot of revenues last year. But about 3 weeks ago, on the Nigerian Exchange Group website, we released or published the unaudited financial statements for Q1 of 2025. And that compares the first quarter of this year to the first quarter of last year. And immediately I saw it, I looked at the numbers and I sent a mail to some executives of this company and I said, we need to apply a concept of marginal gains to boost our revenues. Sir David Brailsford said that if you improve every aspect of performance by 1%, that the cumulative effect improves the overall performance of any system. It works. Many years ago, when some fintech or payment solution companies came out, what they do is they try to cut transaction fees to gain market share. Dangote Refinery started, and he dropped PMS prices to gain market share, and the others started having to drop their own to compete. Now, there are other payment solution companies that are reducing their transaction fees because 50% of our revenues come from our service stations all across the country. So which means that if a company, for example, OlivePay, is going to give us transaction fees that's 10% less than what we currently pay on all our service stations, that saves us 0.1% of our revenues yearly. By my math, and I did the math, and I sent it in an email to the execs, we can save 220 million naira yearly by switching payment solution providers on all our service stations. Now, what does this mean? Most of our shareholders, they are talking about bonus, talking about dividends, talking about this, talking about that. It is simple. 220 million saved can also be 220 million less pressure on administrative expenses. It can also be 220 million more for share buybacks, which I know some people here would love, and also maybe for bonus. So I want you, I don't know if the emails got to the board, because I know this is something that has to be discussed with the board of directors. And I believe that the executive must have seen the email and read it. So I want this to be acted upon, because by next year when we have a meeting, when we have the 48th annual general meeting, we should be able to see profitability in revenues, because quarter to quarter, these short-term movements are what drives prices on all markets. So I want this to be really considered. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. Last question, huh? Because it's late.
Thank you, Chairman, Board of Directors, and fellow shareholders. The name is Bamishile, AO. Now that Dangote Refinery is on stream, do you plan to source your products, especially PMS, from them? And secondly, I noticed in your report that you did 251 stations solarized. I believe this is a great company that initially started out doing solar, although very small scale. Were you involved in the solarization in terms of, actually doing the work, engineering work on the installation and all of that, or not? And if so, do you intend to move it forward by scaling up your participation in solar installations or delivery to companies in Nigeria? Because when you see all these Chinese companies, in fact, they come in year in, year out, and they are on higher scale, especially Huawei and all the rest of them. They have gone way, way ahead. And you are one of the people that initially started these table solar lamps. So I don't know why you stopped. Now, I don't know how much percentage of your revenue was sourced in terms of local products from Dangote Refinery, or whether we are import. Because I noticed you paid so much in custom duties on P62, or excise duties, as well as holding costs in some cases. So moving forward, what is your plan to reduce such costs? And lastly, this is a great company. I want you to emulate the style of Zenith Bank in accreditation of shareholders. It is very seamless. They park us by the jetty there. They give us seats as you come in. It's not rowdy. You won't even believe. You will think you are already in the hall. I already spoke to the company secretary about this. So, please. Also, your inventory is on the high side. I don't know why, because finished good was about 86 billion. 86 billion. So try to look into that, because there is holding cost association with that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So, sorry, it's already noon, so we have to move forward. So I have to answer. I would like to answer the comments of Mr. Peter. So you're perfectly right. The result of the Q1 is not that good. It's difficult. So all the good ideas from everybody will be analyzed. And your point on the payment, digital payment solution is very important for us. We are working on that at the African level. But if you have good ideas here, solutions to propose, they are all most welcome. You can speak to the management team, and we will see what we can do, because all opportunities we have to save one naira is good. So let's see. Thank you very much for your comment. So on your question about solar business, you rightly noted that we have already solarized more than 250 stations, so it's more or less 50% of our station, which is a very important move, and we think it's our duty to do here. We will continue to do here, and we also tried a lot to develop the solar B2B business. We had some successes. There is one company with which we are working a lot, which is, for example, some companies, and one of them is Right Food, the great Nigerian company Right Food, with which we are doing really a B2B business, solar business, and it's working well. Then we have to continue to work and to find customers and to have other opportunities, but the competition is tough and it's not that easy. About the supply of our service station and customers, yes, we are working with the Dangote refinery. We have already bought product from the refinery, and we will continue to do it, most likely in a bigger manner. We will continue to try to improve, or not improve, but increase the work together, because it's important for us to make sure that we have the best supply. So we have several alternatives, and we will work on the best one, and the refinery is for sure one of these. And your last question about about the inventory. As I said before, and you know it perfectly, the price of the main product in our portfolio, PMS, has increased from 600 to 1,000. So it means that every time we buy 1 ton, this ton is more expensive than before. So this is the reason why the value of the inventory has dramatically increased in Naira. And on the top of that, obviously, the prices are linked to Forex, to the US dollar. So when the Naira depreciates, obviously the value of the inventory in our books in Naira is higher. So this is the reason why you noticed rightly that the value of the inventory in Naira has increased dramatically. And your last point about the organization of this meeting, thank you very much for the comment. We will work with the team in order to make sure that next year the organization will be better than today. So thank you very much, dear members, for your very interesting questions. As usual, it's a great opportunity for me and for the management of the company and for the board to interact with you, to answer your question, to understand deeply what are your main concern and what is important for you. So thank you very much, and once again, all your questions are very interesting. Thank you very much for that. So let's move on. the report and financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2024 having been laid, and the members having comments and notations, we move to the next matter of the agenda. The second business of the day is to declare a final dividend. I thought you would be happy with it, but I heard some comments, so let's see what will be the vote. I hereby move that a dividend of 40 naira per share in respect of the year ended 31st December 2024, as recommended by the directors, be and is hereby payable on Friday, 16th May 2025, today, to all holders of ordinary shares whose name appear in the register of members at close of business on the 2nd of April 2025, subject to deduction of withholding tax at the rate applicable on the date of payment. Will somebody rise, please, and second this motion? So it's a good motion, huh? Huh? Please, sir.
Thank you, my indefatigable chairman. May God Almighty continue to bless you. I, Prince Awosaya, so second, all the way from Remo Federal Constituency.
Thank you very much. Will those in favor of this motion please signify by raising their admission card in their hands? Thank you. Will anyone objecting to the motion please signify by raising his admission card in his hand? I declare that the motion has been duly carried. Thank you very much. The next item on our agenda is the re-election of retiring directors. As I am one of the directors standing for re-election, I will ask, please, Engineer Siraggio, to handle this part of the proceedings. Please, Engineer Siraggio.
Good morning, all. In accordance with Section 285, subsection 2 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act and Articles 90, 91, and 92 of the Companies Article of Association, Prince Dr. Jefferson Inamani and Mr. Jean Philip Torres retire by rotation and, being eligible, offer themselves for re-election. We shall proceed with the election of the retiring directors one by one. Consequently, I hereby move the motion that Mr. Jean Philip Torres be re-elected as Director of Company. Will someone please rise and second this motion? This lady, that lady there.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Ifeanyi Julian Ankiruka. I so second. Thank you.
I now put the motion to the meeting. Will those in favor of this motion please signify by raising their admission cards in their hands? Thank you very much. Will anyone objecting to the motion please signify by raising his admission card in his hand? I declare that the motion has been duly carried and Mr. Jean Philip Torres be and is hereby re-elected as a director of the company. Consequently, will someone please move the motion that Prince Dr. Jefferson Nnamani, who is currently with us online, be re-elected as the director of the company? Will someone please rise to second this motion?
Thank you, Mr. Interim Chairman. My name is John Ogunikwe. I rise to second that motion.
Thank you. Will someone please rise to second this motion?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I second the motion. Igbasanmi Bukola is my name.
Thank you very much. I now put the motion to the meeting. Will those in favor please signify by raising their admission cards in their hands? Thank you. Will anyone objecting to the motion signify by raising his admission card in his hand? Okay. I hereby declare that the motion has been duly carried, and Prince Dr. Jefferson Nnamani be and is hereby re-elected as a director of the company. Thank you very much.
So, on my behalf, on behalf of myself and on behalf of Prince Dr. Jeff Nnamani, thank you very much for your confidence. We will continue to do our very best, to move our great company forward. Thank you very much once again. Next item on our agenda is appointment of a director. In accordance with Section 274, subsection 2 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act and Article 94 of the Company's Articles of Association, Mr. Mathieu Go, being the director appointed since the last annual general meeting, hereby retires and being eligible, offers himself for re-election. We shall proceed with the re-election of the retiring director. I hereby move the motion that Mr. Mathieu Go, a director appointed since the last AGM, be appointed a director of the company. Will someone please rise and second this motion?
Thank you, Chairman. I, Ifakando Louis, supporting that motion.
Thank you very much. I now put the motion to the meeting. Will those in favor of this motion please signify by raising their admission cards in their hands? Thank you. Will anyone objecting? Nobody. I hereby declare that the motion has been duly carried. Mr. Mathieu Go is appointed a director of your great company. Now I call on Mr. Go to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you all for this, for your trust. I will do my best to continue to develop this your company. I've been in the industry and mostly in finance for the past 25 years. I came here a long time ago. I'm very pleased to be here with you today again. And again, I will do my best to support the company and to make sure it continues in this right directions with increasing revenues and profits for the shareholders. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Go. The next item on the agenda is to disclose the remuneration of managers of the company in the annual report in accordance with sections 257 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. I hereby disclose that the remuneration of the managers of the company can be found on page 91 of the annual general report. Next business of the agenda is to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors. Under section 408, subsection 1b of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, that their remuneration shall be fixed by the company in general meeting or in such manner as the company in general meeting may determine. I hereby propose that the directors be and are hereby authorized to fix and approve the remuneration and expenses of the auditors for the year ending December 31st, 2025. Will someone rise, please, and second this motion? Sir. Sir.
I so do. The name is Oyetunde Olaitan. I second the motion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Will somebody rise and second the motion? It's already done, sorry. I'm a bit lost in my documents, so it's about the audit committee now? There is, huh? So, will those in favor of the motion please signify by raising their admission card in their hands? Good. Will anyone objecting? I hereby declare that the motion has been duly carried. Very good. Item 7. Seeing the next business of the day is the election of members of the Statutory Audit Committee as provided for in section 404, subsection 3 and subsection 6 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act. On your behalf, may I thank first, as I said before, but I'll do it again, members of the Audit Committee for their services in respect with the last year's account for the year 2024 financial. The members were Chief Timothy Adeshian, Mr. Akanji K. Taiwo, Mr. Chiwendu Achara, Miss Tejiro Ibru, and Engineer Rufai Sirajo. Your board appointed the following 2 directors to serve on the Audit Committee for the financial year ending 31st December 2025. Ms. Tejiro Ibru and Engineer Rufai Sirajo. The company secretary received 3 valid nominations from shareholders within the stipulated period, and the nominees are Mr. Akanji Taiwo, nominated by Mr. Igwe Robert Ienchi. Second, Chief Timothy Adeshian, nominated by Mr. Sunday. And 3, Mr. Chiwendu Achara. Seeing that there are 3 only shareholders nominees, kindly rise to be acknowledged. Mr. Taiwo. Congratulations. Chief Adeshian. And Mr. Achara. I read this? So, the directors who shall serve on the audit committee are Tejiro Ibru and Engineer Rufai Sirajo. Congratulations to all of them. Special business. Item number 1. The next business item of the day is to declare and fix the remuneration of the non-executive directors. In accordance with Section 293, subsection 1 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 and Article 77 of the Articles of Association of the company, I hereby propose that the remuneration of non-executive directors in respect of the year 2025 be and is hereby fixed at 1 million naira per director. Will someone please rise and second this motion? Madam, there.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Abioye Victoria. I so do.
Thank you, Madam. Will those in favor of this motion please signify by raising their admission cards in their hands? Thank you. Will anyone objecting? Nobody. I hereby declare that the motion has been duly carried. Thank you very much. The next business of the day is to consider and, if thought fit, pass the following resolution. That, subject to the post-listing rules of the Nigerian Exchange Limited, namely the rules governing transactions with related parties or interested person, a general mandate be and is hereby given for the company to enter into recurrent related party or interested parties transactions, provided such transactions are of a revenue or trading nature or necessary for the company's day-to-day operations, and that the directors be and are hereby authorized to complete and do all such acts and things, including executing all such documents as may be required, to give effect to the transactions as authorized by this ordinary resolution. Will someone please rise and second this motion? This man, this gentleman.
I wish to second that motion, sir. Femi Oduemi is my name.
Thank you very much, sir. Will those in favor of this motion please signify by raising their admission cards in their hands? Will anyone objecting? Nobody. I hereby declare that the motion has been duly carried. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this meeting. It was once again a pleasure for me to chair this 47th annual general meeting of your great company, TotalEnergies Marketing Nigeria PLC. In conclusion, I would like to thank you on behalf of the board for attending this meeting, for showing so much interest in your company's affair. I am grateful for your patience, contributions, questions, comments, and advice to your company. I wish you all a safe journey to your various destinations, and naturally, obviously, look forward to a better year ahead for your company. I hereby declare the meeting closed.